Hauser stood quietly outside the grand doors of Trinity College London, his cello case resting gently against his shoulder. The historic building looked just as he remembered from his student days: tall windows, old stone walls, and a silence filled with music. Years ago, before the world knew his name, Hauser had walked these same halls as a young dreamer. Back then, he was just another student with big hopes and nervous hands. But one teacher had seen something special in him: Miss Eleanor Whitmore, the woman who believed in him when he doubted himself. Today was her retirement ceremony. The concert hall was full of students and teachers. Miss Eleanor sat in the front row, unaware of the surprise waiting behind the stage curtain. The principal began speaking about her dedication and years of service. Suddenly, the lights dimmed. A single spotlight appeared. Hauser walked onto the stage. At first, there was silence. Then whispers. Miss Eleanor slowly turned her head and gasped. Her hands flew to her mouth as tears filled her eyes. Without saying a word, Hauser placed his cello between his knees and began to play her favorite piece. The melody floated through the hall, rich and emotional. Every note carried gratitude. Every vibration held a memory. Miss Eleanor wept softly, remembering the young boy who once struggled with confidence. Now, he stood before her as a world-famous musician, playing just for her. When the final note faded, the audience rose in applause. Hauser walked down from the stage and hugged his teacher tightly. "You made me who I am," he whispered. In that moment, Trinity College London was not just a school. It was the place where a dream began, and where gratitude came home. The applause in the Grand Hall of Trinity College London seemed endless. Students stood on their chairs. Teachers wiped away tears, and Miss Eleanor still held Hauser's hands as if she could not believe he was truly there. After the performance, Hauser gently guided her back to her seat. The principal handed him the microphone. But instead of speaking immediately, he looked around the hall. The same walls that once echoed his nervous practice sessions. "I was not the best student," he began softly. "I made mistakes. I doubted myself. I even wanted to quit." The audience listened in complete silence. But one person never stopped believing in me. He turned toward Miss Eleanor. She told me, "Music is not about being perfect. It is about being honest." Those words stayed with me on every stage, around the world. The students watched carefully. For many of them, this was more than a surprise, it was a lesson. Hauser then opened his cello case again. "There is one more thing," he smiled. He invited 3 current students to join him on stage. Together, they performed a powerful quartet arrangement, symbolizing past, present, and future. Miss Eleanor's face glowed with pride. She wasn't just seeing a famous musician. She was seeing her legacy. When the final note filled the air, Hauser presented her with a framed photograph from his very first recital at the college. On the back, he had written, "For the teacher who gave me courage." As the evening ended, Hauser stepped outside into the cool London night, knowing that some performances are not for fame, but for gratitude.